One thing about vegans is if you start talking to them, especially American vegans, they'll talk to your ear off about all the facts. Yeah. So you get to learn a lot.
To ask them.
Yes.
They will tell you.
Hello, I'm a vegan and my name is Steve. You know, like the first part of the first information you get.
My beard hairs started falling out because of my lack of testosterone or something.
Right.
And yeah, my legs are hairy as ever.
Hello everyone, I'm Steve. I'm from the US, and today we're going to be talking about some popular myths in veganism nowadays. And here we have Quinn.
Hi.
And Austin.
Hello.
They are both vegan. I am not. I'm an omnivore. I eat meat and plants and everything in between, but they're going to be enlightening me about some of the myths I have about vegans. So for me, I think the most popular myth, I think something that would stop them is the fear that it would be difficult to get enough protein into their diet.
So according to the RDI is the recommended daily intake of protein, we can just take our weight in kilograms. You guys do pounds, right? So in kilograms and multiply by 0.8. Okay. So for example, mine is 50 kilograms. Multiplied by 0.8, so it's 40 grams of protein a day is a perfect number. And with 40, we can easily get it from, you know, legumes and beans. Just one serving is about nearly 20, so it's half of the daily intake. And we can get it from tofu, mushroom, quinoa, grains.
Right.
Yeah.
And what sounds great about that is I imagine if you're getting your protein from so many different sources, there's a lot of good vitamins, amino acids, and a lot of excellent micronutrients that are in such a wide variety of foods. Another one was that it might be costly, more expensive to eat vegan.
Actually, according to the Harvard Healthy Eating Plate, when the fruits and vegetables already account for 50%, and then 25% is grains, and then the protein is only 25%. So if you go vegan, you can only replace the animal protein with plant-based protein. And I've done some research and compare all the statistics on the market, and I found out that the meat, including chicken, beef, fish, are like 3 to 4 times more expensive than the legumes.
I found the same as Quinn, that it's extremely cheap to cook when you buy the materials yourself.
Right.
So going to these markets, the same one that you mentioned, I'm able to stock up on beans and nuts and lentils, chickpeas, all in bulk, and then use that as it goes. And those you can stock up for very cheap and make really fantastic meals with a few spices here.
And it also lasts longer, I'd assume. If you're buying chicken, that's going to go off within a week.
Exactly.
Buy a bunch of beans and they'll last quite some time.
So maybe if you're lazy, it's better to be vegan. You stock up on it.
I see.
Go to the store and just let it sit.
Less shopping.
How about that?
So let's move on to some other myths about veganism. There's one that I hear a lot also from people who are interested in fitness, and it's that they fear that they're going to have a loss of testosterone, and that this will lead to them having a more difficult time building muscle mass, and just, I guess, they feel like they'll be less masculine. I'm not sure exactly where this comes from, but I've definitely heard this a few times.
Studies that are taking into account age and sex on the same level. They'll match up participants, and many show that really testosterone is only increased slightly. So,
in vegans?
So in vegans, yeah.
So on average, vegans have higher testosterone than meat eaters?
So their total testosterone, yes, is a slight increase over omnivores or people who eat meat and everything else.
That's true.
Which is, it's a very understandable myth. So I am a very active person. I run, I do a lot of biking, I rock climb, and I don't have a problem with these sports at all, and I can keep up just as easily as any other meat eater or omnivore. My beard hairs started falling out because of my lack of testosterone or something. And yeah, my legs are hairy as ever. So
Excellent. But are there any other myths that you guys have encountered?
but B12, yeah. So that's the tricky one. So it's like where do we get this substance that's basically only found in meats?
Right.
And it's commonly seen as this existential, like, oh my gosh, the world is going to end now that I don't have this.
Right.
But it does run out a lot more slowly than other vitamins in your body.
As nutritional yeast and tempeh, the fermented food, they have B12.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
packed with B12.
So you're cooking that, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of food, I prepared some food for you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
Some vegan food. Is this
Yes.
some surprise vegan food? Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
Bon
Cheers.
appetit. Oh wow, lovely. Is that a vegan diet is boring or it's repetitive? You're eating the same thing again every day. You don't find that to be true?
No, because any of the food with the meat version, you can do it with the vegan version.
Right.
Yes. You can marinate, you can braise, and saute, stir fry, everything. Yeah, almost the same. Yeah, try the burrito.
That's great. So what was this again?
The mung bean.
Mung bean. Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Because I already steam the beans, so I can just saute with a little bit of oil. Yeah. Just a little.
That is
Yeah.
lovely.
These are fantastic.
Thank you.
We have that veganism is boring or difficult. A vegan diet is boring or difficult. And you, how would you guys sum up your
Yeah.
certainly not boring.
Have a say on that, yeah.
You've
yeah.
proved that. So, in conclusion, we have busted a whole bunch of myths. You don't need to eat meat to get enough protein. You don't need meat for your vitamin D, vitamin C, your B12. All of that can be found in a plant-based diet. Vegan meal can be tasty and interesting. It's easy to find. It's cheaper. It's better for the environment. It has nothing to do with your testosterone levels. You can still get all the protein and get all the muscle that you want, and you can live a very healthy, happy lifestyle free of hurting all our little animal friends. Well, thank you all. Thank you very much, Austin and Quinn, for enlightening me on all these myths I have about veganism, and hopefully they help you move towards a more plant-based diet. I think I'm going to give it a shot. I think you guys have convinced me.
All right.
Yay!
You vegans, you converted one more.
Welcome to the club.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, let's.
And the dessert.
Yes, let's have our dessert. Cheers, Austin.
A little cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Quinn, for having
Thank you very
us.
much,
Thank
Quinn.
you for coming.
Yes, and thank you all for watching.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I love your expression. There we go.
Woo.